श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव पाहि मां, कृष्ण केशव पाहि मां, राम राघव राक्षस मां, कृष्णा 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हे, कृष्ण 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 हे, कृष्ण 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 हे, कृष्ण 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 हे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरवनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, जय जय प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल, गौर हरि बोल, गौर हरि बोल, गौर हरि बोल। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद श्री गुरुदेव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining in for the Brahma Samhita session this morning. We'll start with the invocation prayers. Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती निति नामिने। श्री वर्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्ण संबंध विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वान्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बर सांबोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते। गौरवीर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्ट सज्जना प्रियः वैष्णवा सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरदुषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तरालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं भंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining in for the Brahma Samhita session this morning. Today we are going to do Brahma Samhita chapter 5, the only chapter which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got from Adi Keshava temple. So we're going to recite and discuss verse number 50, which is a very, very favorite topic actually. It's about Lord Ganesha. Recent past, we were discussing about Lord Ganesha, how, several devotees had questions. How do we offer modak to Ganesha? Is it okay? So, or we should offer to Krishna and then we should offer to Ganesha, like that. Right? Incidentally, Radharani also likes modak. That's what I heard. Okay, so today's topic is going to be on our favorite Lord who removes all the obstacles on the path of our material life for those who are seeking that, and also removing all the obstacles on the path of our spiritual life for those of us who are asking Ganesha for that, right? So let's quickly go to the text and start reciting Brahma Samhita 5.50. So first verse is always the invocation verse for Brahma Samhita. Ishwaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govindaha Sarva Karana Karanam. So as we study the various verses of Brahma Samhita, we should know Ishwara Parama Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the controller of all controllers, who is the owner of everything, who is the proprietor of everything, who is the controller of everything, is Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, right? Whom Brahma says, I pay my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Lord Govinda, who is the controller of all controllers. All right, 5.50. Yat pada pallava yugam vinidhaya kumbha dvandve pranama samaye saganati raja vignan vihantu malayasya alamasya jagatrayasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Okay, Rohini Mataji, go ahead.
Pranam, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yat pada pallava yugam vinidhaya kumbha dvande pranama samaye saganadhirajah vignan vihantum alamasya jagatrayasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji, you want to read the verse?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
5.50. Yat pada pallava yugam vinidhaya kumbha dvante pranama samaye saganati raja vignam vihantum alam asya jagatrayasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sudha Mataji, you want to read in the verse?
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams.
Dhanwad.
यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विविधाय कुम्भ द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये सगणाधिराजा विघ्नान् विहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone wants to read the synonyms or word-to-word translations by His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay, let me read. Yeah, who wants to read? Yes, go ahead.
Synonyms by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yet whose pada pallava, lotus feet, yugam, 2, vinidaya, having held, kumbadhvande, upon the pair of tumli, pranama samaye, at the time of offering obeisances, sa he, Gana Adi Rajaha, Ganesha, Vignan, obstacles, Vihantum, to destroy, Alam, capable, Asya of this, Jagat Trayasya, 3 worlds, Govindam, Govinda, Adi Purusham, the original person, Tam, him, Aham, I, Bhajami, worship. Thank you, Mataji. Haribol.
Yeah, Mataji, you can also read the translation. So.
Okay, Mataji. The translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. I adore
Mataji,
the primeval...
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Bhakti Siddhanta?
He is a spiritual master of our Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay, Mataji? Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Correct, Mataji?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose lotus feet are always held by Ganesha upon the pair of tumuli protruding from his elephant head in order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles on the path of progress of these 3 worlds. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Pramila Mataji, you want to read the purport?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Purport, the power of destroying all obstacles to mundane prosperity has been delegated to Ganesha, who is the object of worship to those who are eligible to worship him. He has obtained a rank among the 5 gods as Brahma, possessing mundane quality. The self-same Ganesha is a god in possession of delegated power by the infusion of the divine power. All his glory rests entirely on the grace of Govinda. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Pranams, Hare Krishna. So this is a very wonderful verse, right? Where Brahmaji is actually saying this self-same Ganesha is a god in possession of the delegated power by infusion of the divine power, right? So anybody, right, to do anything extraordinary, we need the mercy and blessings, right? Without that, we will not be able to do anything. We will not even be able to lift this mobile or whatever, right? For anything, we need the energy. And where do we get the energy from? We get the energy from the Supreme Personality of Godhead through through his various agencies, right? Through his various representatives, we can say, right? Because although the Lord is also situated in our heart as Paramatma, we can perceive the power of the Lord, the energy of the Lord through the various things that are manifested around us, right? So we all know Ganesh, right? Recently we celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi, where we, very wonderfully, in a splendid, grand manner, it is celebrated, especially in Maharashtra, right? It is celebrated where, we invite Ganesha to our home and then, have him for some number of days and then we go and do Visarjan, right? Prabhupada was saying, we should invite the Lord. We should not send back the Lord after 9 days or 7 days like that, right? Because we invite the Lord for the Lord to eternally stay in our heart, right? So Prabhupada did not approve actually of this Visarjan process, right? One of the lectures Prabhupada mentions, we should invite the Lord to come and stay with us eternally. We don't want to leave, separate the Lord by, sending the Lord away like that. Prabhupada mentions in that lecture. So more importantly for us as devotees, we pray to Lord Ganesha only to remove all the obstacles on the path of our devotional service. If at all, someone has to pray to Ganesha, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam, right? Those who worship the demigods are actually worshipping me indirectly, but that's not the kind of worship, right? Avidhi Purvakam means that is, it's not according to the rules. That is not the way that somebody needs to worship, right? Even in the Shastras, there are prescribed vidhis, right? So he says, Epanya Devata Bhakta Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha. Right? Someone may worship some other demigod. I only give them the faith by which they worship the demigods. Tepi Mameva Kaunteya. They will attain that particular demigod, whomever they worship. But they do so in a avidhi purvakam. They do so in a wrong way. So Krishna says, I don't want any of my devotees, right, to worship the demigods, right? But we also see the gopis of Vrindavan, they worshipped Katyayani Devi. Katyayani Devi is also one of the demigoddesses, right? But we still approve, we celebrate one entire month where we also recite the prayers that the gopis actually pray to Katyayani Devi, right? I want Krishna as my husband, right? There's a 2-line prayer. We recite it almost every day of the Katyayani Vrata, the entire month we recite that prayer. Why is it authorized? Why even now in the Vaishnava calendar also it is mentioned, Katyayani Vrata for the entire 1 month. Why is it authorized? It's authorized because what did they pray for? They prayed to get Lord Sri Krishna as their husband, right? So generally the ground rule is, one, we worship only Krishna. Akama, Sarva Kamova, Moksha Kama Udharadi, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, Yajeta Purusham Param. Whether we have any desire, whether we want to go to America and we need to get a passport, we need to get ticket, we need to get visa, we need to get a job, very good, wonderful. We have a lot of desires. But whom should we worship? Akam Sarva Kamova, Moksha. Even if you want liberation, oh my God, I'm suffering so much. Whom should we need to worship? Yajeta Purusham Param. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivrena is very important here, right? When we are saying Tivrena, that means we are very determined, right? Whether we are for material things also, if we have to attain anything in the material world also, we have to be determined, we have to be disciplined, right? If a student wants to get good marks in the school exams, every day the preparation has to happen. Every day one has to get up in the morning, study the portions, revise it. Too much discipline, hard work, determination, that's required even for something material, right? If you want to get promotion in the office, right? We need to work hard. We need to prove our caliber to our bosses. We need to do a lot of hard work. We need to upgrade our skills, right? So it's not easy to be on top of the game, even in the material world. So what to speak of spiritual subject matters, right? Even if we have to be kept abreast, like Prabhupada mentions in one of his lectures, there is no place to be stagnant, whether in material world or in spiritual world, right? Especially so true in spiritual world. Just like when you're in the ocean or when you're in the pool, right? You have to keep swimming, right? Otherwise, what happens? The current will flow you in the other opposite direction, right? That's why it's very important that we have to keep swimming. We have to keep endeavoring to advance in devotional service. Otherwise, the wave of Maya, or the wave which is generally the situation in the material world, will pull us towards the sense enjoyment, sense gratification, right? So it's not wrong to be happy. It's not wrong to want to be happy. It's not wrong to worship and ask the Lord, oh Lord, I want to be happy, right? Because we are all Anandamayo Abhyasat. We all want to be happy. Why? because we are part and parcel of that Lord who is eternally blissful, who is eternally happy. It's not wrong to want to be happy. We can ask the Lord, oh Lord, let me be happy. Let me be happy in spite of all these miseries in the material world. This is Dukhalem Ashashvatam, but I want to be happy. It's not wrong to make that prayer, but we may need to make that prayer. In this particular verse, it is said, we need to make that prayer only to Lord Sri Krishna. If our intention is sense gratification, we should not pray to anybody else other than Lord Krishna. Why? Because we know the difference between the prayers of Hiranyakashipu and the prayers of Dhruv Maharaj. Both of them had material desires. Right? This is a very good example of somebody who had material desires. Right? All of us are not in the Paramahamsa platform. That we have no material desires. All that we want to do is only for the service of the Lord. Yes, that is our aspiration. But we cannot artificially situate ourselves there. So this is a very vivid example wherein two personalities who both had material desires, what was the result of both of their prayers? And whom did they pray to? Right? First, let us take the case of Hiranyakashipu. Right? Hiranyakashipu wanted an eternal life. He wanted to rule the worlds. He wanted to rule the heavenly planets. He wanted to kill Indra. He wanted to eternally rule the three. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. He wanted to rule all of the planets. What did he do? He went to Brahma. Brahma is one of the demigods, right? Yesterday we would have read that, right? Anybody who has perfected his life by performing Varnashrama Dharma very nicely for 100 lifetimes perfectly, you qualify to become Brahma. So any of you interested to become Brahma, you can start practicing Varnashrama very nicely according to the Vedic scriptures, right? Even for a day, if we practice, we can congratulate ourselves, right? We just need to do 400 lifetimes, right? Then we can become Brahma. Very easy, na? Sounds very easy, right? So this person, right, who has perfected his life 100 lifetimes, performed the Varnashrama Dharma perfectly, became a perfect devotee, and the Lord has deputed to become Brahma. Right? Hiranyakashipu is worshipping that Brahma. Very, very powerful, very, very disciplined, very, very determined, very, very devoted to the Lord, administrator of the Lord only, right? He's praying not to some Baba who's giving powder or coins. No, he did not pray to him. He prayed to Brahmaji, who has perfected his life, who's administrator of the Lord. What happened to him? Right? He said, I don't want to die. And then Brahma is saying, this perfected being, right? Who is the secondary creator who is endowed with all the powers, who lives for 311 trillion 40 million years. It's almost eternal, right? He lives eternally. What is this Brahma saying? Hiranyakashipu, I myself am not eternal. How can I give you that benediction? Right? So first of all, that benediction is lost. Brahma says, I cannot give you that benediction. Then Hiranyakashipu, right? People who are indulging in sense gratification, they think they are the best, right? Especially empty vessels make the most noise, right? When the vessel is empty, what happens? If you throw the vessels down, it will make huge noise, right? They want themselves to be seen and known everywhere. Oh, I am here, right? But what is a devotee's attitude? Devotee is like salt, right? That means you don't understand. If the sabji is very nice, what will he tell? Oh, the sabji is very nice. But if the salt is not there, what will he sell? There is no salt in the sabji, right? So devotee is like salt. Why? Because his presence is not felt when he is there, but his presence is felt when he is absent. That is the mood of a devotee. In humility, behind the scenes, he does all the work. That is the quality of a devotee, right? But what is the quality of people who are indulging in sense gratification, like people like me, right? Making noise. I am here. Right? That is what Hiranyakashipu was trying to say. I am so powerful. I have defeated everybody. I am here. Oh, Brahmaji, you can't even give me the Vardhan to be eternal. Okay. At least you give me the boon that I should not be killed in the air. I should not be killed in the earth. I should not be killed in the water. I should not be killed during the daytime. I should not be killed during the evening time. I should not be killed in the night time. I should not be killed by any weapons. He thought very intelligent. मैं इतना होशियार हूँ यार, कितना मैंने वरदान मांग लिया. No, Brahma is put in a fix. What will he do? Like that. Very intelligent he thought he was. Right? So he asked Brahma all of this. And then Brahmaji is depending on the Lord. He is a devotee. So Brahmaji is saying, okay, whatever vardhan I may give you. Right? Only one condition, I cannot give anybody the vardhan that you can become eternal. You will live eternally. That is Krishna has told him. Right? Apart from that, whatever you do, I will try to manage what you are saying, right? Because he says, Bhaktyan, what is that? Kaunteya pratijanihi nami vaktya pranashyati, right? Whatever the devotee says, Krishna sells himself to a devotee who does services to him. So Brahmaji went ahead, dham dhoom, yes, tatasthu. Not in the air, not in the water, not in the earth, not outside the house, not inside the house, not using any instruments. Very good, tatastu. And then Hiranyakashipu thinks, I am the master of all the worlds. Nobody can kill me. He goes around, kills all the kings, creates so much atrocities. All right. So, okay, very good. So let's pause our Hiranyakashipu for now. Very powerful he's become by the blessings of Lord Brahma. Okay, or let's finish the story. Then we'll see the contradiction. Okay, so Hiranyakashipu, he goes, he kills everybody. He actually tries to kill his own son Prahlad. Prahlad is a very great devotee of the Lord, although born in the Daitya Kula. Right? He tells his father, right? He's not scared of anything. He's been put into, oil. He's been, so many snakes are sent to bite him. He's pushed down from the mountain and all that, right? He's put into fire, etc. But he's not getting killed and he's not even fearful, right? Vajahure mana Shrinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. We can be extremely fearless if we surrender the lotus feet of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj was an example of smaranam. Right? Always he was thinking of the Lord, so much so that he was not affected or bewildered by anything that is happening around him. Whether his father is throwing him into the fire, throwing him into the pit of snakes, throwing him into the water, throwing him from top of a mountain, he was not getting affected, right? Because a devotee is dependent on the Lord. The more we are surrendered to the Lord, that much level we can be fearless. When we are fearful, we should contemplate how much is my level of surrender to the Supreme Lord. So in this way, he tried to kill Prahlad, right? And then, Lord Krishna, as Vishnu, is very, very angry. He's waiting for an opportune moment to punish because Krishna cannot tolerate any kind of trouble given to devotees. He can tolerate anything for his own self, but he cannot tolerate any kind of trouble given to the devotees. Right? He was waiting for an opportune moment when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, right? You are saying you are so fearless. Where do you get your power from? Where do you get your fearlessness from? And Prahlad says, I get my power from the same place that you get your power. And then Hiranyakashipu was like, don't throw riddles to me. Answer my question directly. Where is your Lord? And then he says, my Lord is everywhere. He is within you. He is within me. And then Hiranyakashipu gets so angry. And then he takes his club and then he tells, Prahlad, tell me, where is your Lord Vishnu? Is he there in this pillar? And then Prahlad says, yes, he's there in the pillar. Right? Now Narsingadev, Lord Krishna, Are, yaar, ye kya bol diya? Abhi mere ko pillar se aana hai. Right? That time, Lord appears from the pillar, not for Hiranyakashipu, but he appears from the pillar for our dear devotee Prahlad Maharaj. So we all know this past time, we'll not go into the details. So Narsingadev appears from the pillar, takes Hiranyakashipu on his lap, which is neither earth nor air nor water. And then he tears apart the chest of Hiranyakashipu with his nails, which is not any weapon that is used. And then he actually sits down at the dwara, which is called the entrance, which is neither inside the house nor is it outside the house. And then it is Sandhya Kal, which is neither morning nor in the afternoon nor in the night. And then he tears apart the chest of Hiranyakashipu, and in this way Hiranyakashipu meets his end. So did Hiranyakashipu get what he wanted? No, he did not get. Although he thought himself very intelligent, he did not get what he wanted. He wanted eternal life. He did not want it. He did not want to be killed, but he got killed, fulfilling all the conditions that he gave. So that is the story of Hiranyakashipu, right? Did he do a right thing by worshipping to Brahma? We will know. Okay. On the other hand, we have another devotee. We have another person who actually wanted a kingdom greater than his grandfather's, right? He could not get an opportunity to sit on his father's lap. He was so bewildered, right? Normal, like all of us get bewildered when we don't get what we want. We go crying either to the Lord or to Ganesha or to our parents or to our friends, saying, why are all the bad things happening to me? I am so good. I am such a devotee. I am chanting 16 rounds every day. Why Krishna is giving me so much trouble? Why? We go to all the people, right? From Ganesha to Saraswati to Lakshmi to our neighbors, to our friends, to anybody who's calling us on the phone. One opportunity only we want to tell people how much How good I am, how good I am. I'm such a perfect soul. But Krishna does not know anything. He is giving me trouble. I'm a pure devotee. That is what we tell everybody. Every Tom, Dick and Harry we tell, right? But what did our Dhruv Maharaj do? Right? When Dhruv Maharaj, actually, he was also bewildered. He was a small boy, 5-year-old. He could not sit in the lap of his father. So he went to his mother, right? What is that verse? Hitana Sasya, Jananina Sasyat, right? One should not become a father or a mother or a guru or any responsible person who's taking care of a family if one does not have the capacity to direct the people who are under our care to Krishna. So he went crying to his mother, Suniti and Suruchi, right? So Suniti is his mother, right? She was a woman of very nice, wonderful qualities. She told Dhruv that I'm in no position to help you, Dhruv. Go to the forest. I've heard that when you go to the forest, you pray to the Lord will fulfill all your desires, right? And this small boy, right, being a Kshatriya, a small boy, 5-year-old, he goes to the forest, right? Goes to the forest. He actually goes with the determination that I have to find Lord, right? And whenever somebody has his desire to please the Lord, to find the Lord, Narada Muni always automatically appears there, right? So when Narada Muni appeared there and Narada Muni tries to dissuade the boy, right? Here we are talking about determination, right? He says, you're a small boy, 5-year-old. Is it necessary for you to do all these austerities? ऐसी छोटी-छोटी बातें तो होती रहते हैं. बड़े-बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी-छोटी बातें होती रहते हैं, है ना? So you don't worry about all this. Just go. Tomorrow you'll be able to sit on your father's lap. Don't worry. But what did Dhruv Maharaj say? Right? You tell me where I can find the Supreme Lord Narayan. Otherwise, don't waste my time, he says. So this is the attitude of a devotee. A devotee, if he wants to be successful in spiritual life, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekaha kuru nandana. I am not going to be dissuaded by name, fame, glory that is coming my way. I am not going to be dissuaded by the wealth, by the fan following that is coming my way, because my focus is very clear. What am I going to get? Why am I practicing devotional service? What is that verse? What is that verse? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitamba jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani, janmani shware, bhavatad bhakti rahitukitva. I simply want devotional service, life after life after life. I don't want dhanam, I don't want wealth, I don't want janam, I don't want fan following. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. I don't want to get attraction from the opposite sex. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavitamba jagadisha kami. I don't want name, fame, glory. Mama janmani, janmani shware. Life after life. Bhavatat bhakti rahitukitva. I simply want to engage in your unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service. All right. So Dhruv Maharaj is telling Narada Muni like this, and Narada Muni is thinking, oh my God, I can see myself in him, right? We flash back to first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. What did we see? We saw how, Narada, the boy, right? He also, when his mother gets bitten by the snake, and he is advised by the Bhakti Vedantists whom he had served for 4 months in the Chaturmasya, right? Because of what they said, he also went towards the north in search of the Lord. And then he was also so determined that he went in search of the Lord. So he could see his jalak in Dhruv Maharaj. And then he told Dhruv, okay, I'm going to give you a mantra. You are very determined. I'm going to give you a mantra. Chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chant like this, completely surrender to the Lord. You will get all your desires fulfilled. You will be able to see the Lord face to face. So our Dhruv, he sat down, right? And then he started chanting. 5-year-old boy with his determination. What happened? The Lord came and kept his conch on the lotus, kept his lotus hand with the conch on the head of Dhruv Maharaj. And then what happened? Dhruv Maharaj had the darshan of the Lord, and then tears are flowing down from his eyes, and then he's telling the Lord, right? Oh Lord, I am such a fool. I was asking for some kingdom which is bigger than my great-grandfather. I was asking for pieces of glass, but what did you give me? You have given me a diamond. You have given me your own darshan. So that is the difference between worshipping demigods and worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because we're worshipping the demigods, Krishna will find a way to destroy us, right? By actually fulfilling all the conditions of Brahmaji or Shiva, whomever we are worshipping. However, when we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all of our material desires will get purified, Right? That is why we are chanting Hare Krishna. Every day, why are we getting up in the Brahma Samhita time and chanting minimum 16, 17 rounds? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because all the lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, which is there in our heart, to satisfy which we are praying to Ganesha, we are praying to Lakshmi Devi, we are praying to Saraswati Devi, we are going to that Ganesha temple in the Chennai temple, breaking one coconut and asking for a job in the United States, right? Give 3 rupees, tenga, cake, coconut, and ask for a 3 million job, right? Even that we don't want to give more. We want to give 3 rupees coconut, right? So all of this is why, because we want to satisfy our Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. I'm envious of somebody else. I want to get more salary than him. I want to get a better job than him. I want to get the best of everything, right? I should be the best. That is Bhoga Vritti. I want more and more and more. And that is why I pray to Ganesha, right? But if a person wants eternal benefit, then one has to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So now we know the difference between somebody who's worshipping Ganesha, Shiva, Brahma, etc. Right? All of them can give benefits that will die with this body. They can give benefits which are only temporary. Such benefits cannot be taken along with our subtle body when we take up our next body. Right? But when we worship Lord Sri Krishna, we will not even have a next material body. That much favor Krishna will do to us. Right? However, if we are pure devotees, we want only Shuddha Bhakti, then nobody prevents us from worshipping Ganesha. We can pray to Lord Ganesha, oh Ganesha, please engage me in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Right? Some of us were asking in the previous classes, oh, I cannot give up the worship of Ganesha. What happens? Because Ganeshji will get angry. And then, Ganeshji will cause some obstacles like that, right? Ganesha will be most pleased if you worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? There's a beautiful story. There's a beautiful pastime. Very nice pastime. All of you might know of it, right? Ganesha, for him, the world is his parents, Shiva and Parvati. And Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Right? So for whom the world is his parents and for whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the goal of his life is Lord Krishna, then we can understand what is Ganesha's mood. So Ganesha will be most pleased when we worship Krishna, whom his father, Lord Shiva, considers his most supreme worshipable object, who is Krishna. Right? This wonderful pastime, I believe all of you would know, but quickly, in 1 or 2 minutes, we'll try to summarize this. Ganesha and Kartikeya. This also story starts with Ganesha. Narada Muni. Narada Muni comes with a nice, delicious mango. Right? We say Narada Muni is Kalagam. Kalagam means he always brings about the fights. Right? But those fights that Narada Muni brings about brings so much of pleasure to the Lord. So many instructive lessons. Right? It said Narada Muni cursed Nalakuvera and Manigriva to become trees. Oh my God, such a person, a devotee should not get angry. How is it Narada Muni got angry? Somebody asked me in the class, right? What did Narada Muni's anger give? His always Radhanath Swami Maharaj was telling, right? It is not wrong to get angry. Hanumanji got angry. He destroyed the entire Lanka. It is not wrong to get angry, but we should know why we are getting angry. Are we getting angry because somebody is blocking my sense gratification? That anger we need to give up. Because that anger is going to make us stay in this material world forever and ever and ever. But are we getting angry even in the in Bhagavatam and also in the offenses to the holy name? Right? We can direct our anger against a person who is blaspheming the devotees. Right? We can direct our anger in destroying something that is unfavorable for bhakti. In our own, we can direct our anger to kill and destroy the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya in our hearts. We can direct our anger towards our mind. Why is it that you can't chant 2 hours of chanting in the entire 24 hours? Why can't you do even 2 hours of chanting properly? We can direct our anger towards our mind. We can direct our anger towards our body. Why can't you sit in Padmasan or even in Shukhasan for 2 hours until you finish your chanting? Why do you need to go? Why do you need to walk? In this way, we can direct our anger. Right? So it is not wrong. It's not wrong to get angry, but we should know. Yeah, I was talking about His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj class. Maharaj was saying we can get angry, right? But just like the ocean, right? The ocean, there's so many waves are there on top. It looks like, it is a total mess, too much of waves and all. But if you go deep down the ocean, it is very, very calm there. Like that. So even when a devotee gets angry, Narada Muni apparently got angry with Nalakuvera and Manigriva, right? But that anger was directed to them for the benefit of Nalakuvera and Manigriva, not for sense gratification of Narada Muni. What was the effect of the anger? Nalakuvera and Manigriva got the personal darshan of Lord Sri Krishna. They could be in the compound of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya. They could see the Bala Leela of Krishna. This was the benefit of Narada Muni's anger, right? So it's okay to get angry, right? So we come to this pastime where Ganesha and Narada Muni, right? He comes with this mango and then he tells whoever, maybe amongst you, Kartikeya and Ganesha, whoever goes around the world first, and comes back first, will get this mango, right? So what happens? Our Kartikeya has got a very nice big peacock, right? He just needs to just get into the peacock and then quickly he will come back. He will circumambulate universe and come back. And our poor Ganesha, he's just got a rat, isn't it? So he was thinking, oh my God, if I sit on the rat and go, then how long it will take for me? When Kartikeya will come back immediately. Then immediately, what did Ganesha do? Ganesha, his parents were there. It was happening in Kailash, where Narada Muni has come with the fruit. So he called his parents, Shiva and Parvati, made them sit, and then he paid his obeisances to his parents, Shiva and Parvati. Right? He said, my entire universe is my parents, Shiva and Parvati. Right? So somebody who considered his father, Lord Shiva, as all in all, by circumambulating him, by worshipping him, right? It's like circumambulating the whole universe. What will please him more? Somebody is, giving him a 3 rupees tenga, 3 rupees coconut, or somebody who's worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can very well imagine, even with our limited senses, we can imagine, we can understand what will please Ganesha more. Whether if we please his father by worshipping Lord Krishna, or whether we give the 3 rupees coconut to Ganesha, right? Ganesha, I have not read in any of the scriptures that Ganesha is in need of coconuts. You cannot find coconuts in Kailash. Right? That you have to give the 3 rupee coconut, and Ganesha is in so much need that immediately he will offer all benedictions to that person who gives a coconut. At least I have not read. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If I missed reading any of the Shastras properly, let me know. Somehow, it has come in the traditions. You give tenga, coconut to Ganesha, Ganesha will fulfill all your benedictions. Right? Ganesha may fulfill, right? It's up to Ganesha. But what will please Ganesha more, if you want to please Ganesha, is if we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Finally, one more important pastime of Ganesha. Ganesha actually wrote the entire Mahabharata, of which Bhagavad Gita is also a part, right? So this is between Ganesha and Vyasadeva, right? And Ganesha is very fast, very efficient, very intelligent. Right? That's the reason Krishna has deputed him for removing all the obstacles, right? He's very, very fast. And Vyasadeva is the literary incarnation of Krishna himself. So Vyasadeva thinks, right, who will be the best person who can write the entire Mahabharata? Right? He calls upon Ganesh. And then Ganesh is thinking, what if, he places a condition before Vyasadeva, telling him that I will not wait. You have to be very fast. Then I have to write fast. If I stop, means I'll not write. And then Vyasadeva, he's the literary incarnation of the Lord. He tells Ganesha, whatever you write, you will understand, you will assimilate. Only if you accept it, only then you will write. Right? So the entire Bhagavad Gita, which is an important part of the Mahabharata, was written by Ganesha when Vedavyas was reciting the verses. Right? Where Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhabhava samanvitaha. Then Ganesha is thinking, okay, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. And it says, Shri Bhagavan uvacha. It's not, Vyasadeva is telling, I am the Lord. Okay. So it says, Vyasadeva is saying, Shri Bhagavan uvacha. Who is Bhagavan? Krishna. Right? So what is he saying? Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this engage in my devotional service. And Ganesha is saying, yeah, correct. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything emanates from Krishna. The wise who know this engage in the service of Krishna. Madchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantas chama nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Okay, Ganesha is hearing from Vyasadeva. Madchitta madgata prana. Oh, so Krishna is saying, Madchitta, my devotees always remember me. Madgata prana. Yeah, I am the Lord of all my devotees. Bodhayanta parasparam. They encourage each other. They enlighten each other by talking about me. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They are excited. They are enthusiastic in actually talking about my glories. In this way, right? Bhagavad Gita is written by Ganesha, where he is assimilating, understanding, accepting, and reconfirming by his writing, right? And every verse, right? Wherever Lord Krishna speaks, it says Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Everywhere else, it is Arjuna Uvacha, Sanjaya Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha. Never it is Krishna Uvacha. Why? Because Krishna is synonymous with Bhagavan. That is why it is Bhagavan Uvacha. And Ganesha has written it. That means if you want to please Ganesha, then we need to ask Ganesha to remove all the obstacles on the path of our devotional service. Better still, we worship directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All right, so now it's 12:20. Just reading the purport once more, just to not ensure that I've not missed out any point from the purport. See, here it is said that Lord Ganesha is actually his lotus feet. Govinda's lotus feet are always held by Ganesha, right? There is one beautiful picture which I posted in one of the groups earlier on Ganesh Chaturthi, right? The picture is actually Ganesha is placing his head, right? His trunk is here, and then his one tusk, right? He actually broke his tusk to write the entire Mahabharata, right? Including the Bhagavad Gita. Now, with that, he actually falls down at the lotus feet of Govinda. In some places also mentioned that he actually falls at the lotus feet of Narsinghadev, right? Narsinghadev, whenever we want all the obstacles removed on the path of our devotional service, we pray to Narsinghadev, right? Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jvalantam Sarvaton Mukham Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityum Navamyaham. Why do we say this prayer? Because Mrityu or death is the time when we are so fearful, right? When our Kapha, Vata, Pitta are all imbalanced. At that time, we don't have our consciousness, proper consciousness. So at that time, there is so much fearfulness. There is so much anxiety. At that time, right, we want to think of Narsinghadev. We want to think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he will remove all the fear from our heart, all the obstacles on the path, right? So in this way, Ganesha actually gets his power to remove obstacles from Narsinghadev, who is an incarnation of Lord Shri Krishna, right? Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. The Keshava was assumed the form of half man, half lion. All glories to you, all glories to you, all glories to you. Right? Dashavatara Stotra by Jayadeva Goswami. Right? So in this way, what is mentioned here, the lotus feet of Govinda are actually held by the elephant-headed Ganesha. Oh, there's a pastime of how he got the elephant head. Okay, we have 10 minutes. We'll discuss that also in the end. Okay, and then because of that, what happens? He's getting the power for removing all the obstacles that are there in the three worlds. Right? And very beautifully, here it is mentioned, the self-same Ganesha is a god in possession of delegated power, right? We all have certain energies to speak, to sing, to dance, to go to office and do some work. We all have got the delegated energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All of us have got different energies. Some of us are beautiful. Some of us are very intelligent. Some of us are very eloquent speakers. Some of us are very good writers, right? So we all have various powers which have been delegated to us by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all of our glory that we get because of these skills, we should offer at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Govinda, right? Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasha shriyaha yana vairagya yaschaiva sannam bhaga itingana, right? Aishwaryasya samagrasya, right? All of the opulences are in full. But what are those opulences? Viryasya yashasha shriyaha yana vairagya, right? Beauty, wealth, strength, knowledge, fame, and renunciation. All of that is complete in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, right? Some of us, I will always give this example of Amitabh Bachchan, very famous, right? People go to his house outside just for his wave. People want to just see him wave. Why? Because he's so famous and people want to just see him. And somebody who is Aishwarya Rai or maybe some Bollywood actresses, although they have a very short shelf life of being beautiful, what happens? People are so attracted to them, right? And how much more we should be attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, who has not just beauty, not just fame, not just knowledge, not just wealth, strength, but he's also the epitome of renunciation. He became the charioteer of his dear devotee Arjuna. Someone who can control all the three worlds, derives his pleasure in becoming the servant of his pure devotee, who became a Partha Sarathi, right, for the pleasure of his dear devotees. Such is the opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if we don't find attraction to the Lord who's full of so much opulences, rather we find our attraction to all those people who have short shelf life of little bit of attraction, fame, wealth, etc., then it is our misfortune. It is our misfortune that we are not attracted to the supremely attractive object in this whole creation, right? Who declares himself, right? Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktya pranashyati. I will protect anybody who becomes my devotee. Oh, Kaunteya, you declare that my devotee will never perish. And in spite of so many declarations from the Lord, we don't want to worship the Lord. We want to worship everybody else, right? So on this day, as we are glorifying Lord Ganesha for his wonderful contributions in the service of Lord Govinda, we want to pray at the lotus feet of Lord Ganesha. Give us taste in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Give us the right determination. Give us the conviction that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we can attain the eternal success, which is Krishna Prema. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Shri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So Dandavat Pranam. So thank you all for your patient hearing. Kindly do forgive me in case of any mistakes in terms of examples, etc. So any questions or queries we can take now, otherwise we can end the session. Hare Krishna. Yes, Rohini Mataji.
Mataji, what does this mean to those who are eligible to worship him, eligible to worship Lord Ganesha? What does that mean?
Those who want sense gratification. See, there is the Karma Kanda section where you have certain ritualistic performances that you can offer Ganesha, so and so as per the vidhi. And then you get your desires fulfilled because they are obligated. Demigods are obligated to give the benefits if you do the sacrifice as per the Karma Kanda section. So those are people who are eligible because they want to continue in this material world enjoying sense gratification. So they get their sense gratification according to their karma, according to their whatever worship they do. But devotees are not people who want to be eligible for that kind of worship. Does that answer, Mataji, your question?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. All right. So thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Itai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Dandavat pranam.
Switch on your
Mataji, you forgot to
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, you forgot to tell the story about how Ganesha got the elephant face.
Oh, okay. So I think everybody knows it, right? Anyone, do you want me to tell that quickly?
I know, Mataji, but okay, you can tell if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think knows it, right? That Parvati is taking a bath and, he leaves, she leaves Ganesha at the doorstep, and then Lord Shiva comes, and then, he being a very obedient son, he tells Shiva that you cannot enter into here, and then there is a fight, and then, of course, Lord Shiva is Lord Shiva. He is the Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Nobody can defeat Lord Shiva. So in this way, he cuts off the head of Ganesha, and then finally he gets the head of an elephant. Yeah, like that. So in this particular direction, so and so elephant is there and lying in so and so direction. So you bring that. I will fix that for you, like that. Parvati is very heartbroken. Her son has lost her head. So she goes and tells Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, being very merciful, person. He actually fixes the head of an elephant on Ganesha, and in this way, Ganesha gets his elephant head. All right. So that's in a nutshell. All right, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
All right. So thank you very much. Like, can we have darshan of all the devotees who have all attended the Brahma Samhita session? Darshana pavitra kare ye tumhara gun. So Vaishnava darshan is very auspicious. Okay. Bhuvana Mataji, Hari Bol. Thank you. Rohini Shetty Mataji, Raja Lakshmi Mataji. And then we have our Shobha Mataji, who's always happily and smilingly attending all the classes. Very grateful to Mataji and all the devotees. Okay, Moni Mala Mataji is kindly giving us her darshan. Vinita Mataji, Purnima Mataji, and all of our other shy devotees. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudeva ki jai, Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. We'll end the session here.
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, with your permission, I'm just ending the session now.